Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. It is Tenkara time today. Let's get right into it. Bard Creek 12. It's a 12-foot rod. It's by Regions Fishing. Very lightweight, even though it's a very long one. Let's take the cap off, put that in my pocket so I don't lose it, and we just tip it like this because these are telescopic, right? So we want to get the Lillian line out, and there it is. We don't want really any more of that tip sticking out right now because we got to put my line on, and I already have my Kabari. There it is right there, black and chartreuse. A Kabari is a type of fly specially designed for Tenkara fishing, which all of this Tenkara and Kabaris all comes from Japan. Let's get this done. So you see I got a loop. I've got a slip knot around the line right there making that loop. So we're going to put my Lillian line through the loop twice. Just going to bring it back through there. Something like that. And then cinch that down, pull that up to my stop knot that's on my Lillian line, and that's not going to come loose. This orange line, it's fancy fluorocarbon, and we call it level line. I'm going to take it off here, but even though this has low memory, it's still going to be kind of coily like the spool. So what we do, you can do this as you take it off, but we're going to do it this way. We're smoothing that line out, taking any memory that's in it out by stretching, pulling it through my fingers like that. Every time I unspool, it's very imperative that I do that, or it won't lay or cast right. It won't lay right on the water. It won't cast right. Here I am at the end. This very clear line is like, I don't remember what this is. It's about like 4 pound or less. It's my tippet that is about 5.5 feet long or less. Can you tell I haven't Tenkara fished with this stuff this year yet? So it's been a while. I'm very excited to be able to do this today. People always want to just haul off and call these cane poles. I forgive you, but that's incorrect. This is similar of some materials, but more high grade than a Black Widow. A little more expensive, but specially designed for fly fishing, not a cane pole, not a crappie buster. I'm going to walk down the ditch a little bit because there's a lot of dead floating snot grass you see back there. Most of this ditch is like that, except past here it's a little more forgiving. It's 5:35 in the afternoon right now, so we have a couple hours or more till sunset. We should be able to get a reaction bite here before it's just like full on. Water's a little dirty, not too bad. It didn't rain the other day, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow as well, tomorrow morning. Different location, because the first one just didn't work out. Either it's a timing situation, or is the fact that there was too much of this, the wind was wrong, whatever. I had to do an errand, so here we are. Odd place to fly fish. Let's give that a go, because there's no dead snot grass there, so it should be very likely that everything here is just discombobulated by yesterday's rain event. There was a lot of pumping, a lot of rain, so yeah, everything's topsy-turvy. That didn't work out either. Finally good fight. This is a light action rod. I was wondering if this just wasn't going to happen. Sometimes things get so discombobulated after a good storm, and that's what we had yesterday morning. And we got supposedly the same thing coming tomorrow morning. It's in there, but he did not swallow it. As long as you have the right tools, everything's easy. as long as you know how to use those tools. This looks iffy to me, but also I know that it can have fish along those rocks over there if I can do it, but could just bring this fly back. Oh geez, put it right in it. Back to what worked. Sometimes this doesn't work, this fly fishing thing doesn't work until you get to the right time of the day. I've had it work at odd hours before, but I've had the best productivity during prime time when fish are feeding. That could be why the first location didn't work out for me, but I gotta be honest, you see a lot of stuff floating on the surface here. There was more of it, and the wind was causing problems. But since then the wind has died down. I did have an errand to run on that side of town, not the post office, but just figured let's try a new location. Oh yes, it's just a matter of keep doing it and dragging it. Oh yes, that was like just letting the camera go and 10 cast and drag backs and watching fish feed, trying different locations. And we're gonna come back with a little bit of a toupee on you. Oh no, you shook it off. That is a really nice looking bluegill on the fly. So much fun. Even though it's just 2 fish deep, there's a lot of time involved already, but I'm having a ball just 2 fish deep. I know I've done my best probably to make this video short till this point, but a lot of time has passed up until this second fish. Lots of traveling, lots of standing around in the sunshine. Maybe I just started too early. Maybe I should have just come all the way down here. I know why I started early, being ambitious, thinking if I can make it happen early, maybe I could go do something else before the sunset. But no, for this to be spectacular today anyway, got to be here when the fish are just on fire. And there's a lot of feeding right now. I'm gonna talk this one through if it'll work out. I mean, I'm hoping that while I'm talking, I'm all of a sudden the line goes straight and we got a nice another fight. Might not work, might be tedious, touch and go. Baby alligator right out there. I'll toggle you down a little bit. See him moving slowly, going to the right. About maybe 1.5 to 2 feet, somewhere around there. Not very big, but if he was biting your fingers, that would hurt. Gotcha. Nice. Not very big, but that's number 3. It's big enough for me. I'm keeping these for bait right now. Ooh, that's kind of small, but we're gonna keep that for bait. Nice. Not too long after it hit the water, things are really starting to look up. Ooh, we had a flyer there flying up out of the water. Gymnastics. I'm just handing these in because I didn't bring the net. I don't really need a net for this type of fly fishing. All right, that's the same location where I just got that one. Just like a few seconds after the fly hit the water, he was on. Oh, something snapped at my level line right there. Sometimes gar do that when I'm fly fishing. There's active fish in there. Let me try a different location. They're moving back and forth maybe. It's a good place to find them because there's a lot of structure here because of the rocks that can hide. As it gets later and later, We might start seeing some goggle eye on the fly, but right now it's just been all gill, all bluegill. There we go. Nice. I saw that fish move water, come up to the fly, and then he backed off, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden he came back with a rush, and I was like, yeah, you're right, come on back, we'll take you. Pretty ballsy for a little guy, aren't you? Oh, we had like a take, but I missed them. You might be wondering how I can see the takes. Sometimes I feel them, but I am attentively watching that. Oh, it is the same thing. I'm watching see, I'm going to get my level line out of the water, and I can see my leader. There we go. I'm watching that line. I'm watching that tippet. And you can see the bite if you study it. Sometimes it's not a good situation because maybe the sunlight's in your eyes. Polarized sunglasses really come in handy then. That's what I'm wearing. They do make strike indicators. There's various kinds of strike indicators that you would put on your line to help you see the strike. Sometimes when you're fly fishing water that's kind of rough, either from the wind or current, it's kind of hard to see. It's easy to see this right now because we're fairly flat calm here. Easy to see the line, like right there. That's a nice one. Ooh, it's a nice fight on this rod. I'm just going to hold the rod up, and I'm playing with the bend of the rod. Switch to my left. And here he is. Well, that's a decent one for catching a catfish with, let me tell you. It's nice. I'm having some good luck right here. Oh, did I just jinx it by saying I'm having good luck? Nice, gotcha. Oh man, so much time went by without a bite, and then we got this one. The mosquitoes are coming out, but they haven't quite started to bite me yet, but that might be a good reason to call it. The bite is dying back and the mosquitoes are cranking up. Little guy. Oh, are you gonna hit me? Yes, I bet you thought after that little fish I was calling it. Not quite. Wow, maybe all the big ones are gone, or they're in my soft cooler. It's been little guys. Whoa, man, did you see that? Shot up out of the rocks. Oh, there's another hit like that. Oh, this is much nicer now. Yeah, I'm glad I did not call that. Let's get him up here. Just a tad bigger than the last two. Just a tad bigger. Woo-wee! I really enjoyed fly fishing today. I hadn't done it in so long. I love Tenkara fishing. Life kind of sucks when you go for a few months without being able to do any good with it. But yeah, finally did good today. I tell you, at first it's like, oh man, is this gonna be a disappointment? It's just because I was being ambitious and started early. I had to get to this point. Just had to kill that time and suffer until it was just all good. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you next time. Yeah, you're right.